Hobble McHolverson over here.
Oh, happy day to you, beautiful people. This is Hard Talks of the Blonde and a Hippie. I am your trippy hippie. Ding, ding.
Yeah, shh.
My belt is undone. I just realized that.
Nice.
It's Alicia jumping on the mic from Ogden with her
Wow.
co-host.
You usually say good old Utah.
Yeah, we're switching it up today, I guess.
O-Town.
I'm here with my co-host, who's your favorite blonde, who's no longer blonde.
Well, I am blonde at heart. In heart.
Bro, we both are. I've had a lot of blonde moments recently, and I can't wait to share
Story of
them
my
with you.
life, bro. Oh, my name is Sarah.
We do curse like sailors. We do talk about adult content and inappropriate things. So if you don't want your children in their childhood forsaken or what the fuck ever.
It is so
just
cold.
Like tune in on your own time, you know?
Time.
Your
time.
would
Like
just
time as in
recommend it.
T-I-M-E, not T-H-Y-M-E.
We are like 4 episodes away from the 100th episode. So if people have been listening for this long, they should just know we're ridiculous.
Is your bra like too small?
Yes, it's
Okay.
like 3 sizes too small because
Why even wear a bra at this point?
this shirt deserves it.
I think that shirt's tight enough to just hold them up.
No, they're not. No, it's not. It's like
Oh.
a cottony shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a cute shirt.
It is
though.
very cute. See, so you know it deserves
Yes,
the
it
tits. But
does.
yeah, you can see the sides there if you
I
were
was
in
just
person.
wondering.
If you're watching on YouTube, enjoy.
Yeah,
jiggle.
her boobs are really hanging. I know. My bra is like, has no padding at all.
Well,
and so when I get really cold, you can really see my nipples.
see,
so
you have some.
I know. Well, because it's really tight right here. It's like right here. My bra, it's like lace right there.
Bras are so fucking expensive, and they
I
never
bought
fit
it was
well.
like $12 from Target. But too, like, it's hard to find a bra that fits because, like, with nursing, I'm just so like fluctuating. But now that I'm like not nursing as much anymore, I'm still like,
There's an ad company that I'll have to tell you about that's about bras that have like 74 different sizes. They literally like take your every measurement. If you're breastfeeding, like it's
That's
very
nice.
specific to you. So
because it's not, because like everything I've tried to buy, like, that's why I buy cheap bras, because I'm like, well, when I'm breastfeeding, it's just like,
I owe $500 on my Victoria's Secret credit card. No, thank you. We need to pay that off.
shit. I canceled
It's been
mine.
over
I haven't been there in
time
a long
because
time.
I like fluctuate in weight so much that I feel like I have to get a bra like every few months because
It's hard.
my right tit is like 2 cup sizes smaller than my left tit, so it's always playing catch up, and
Well,
it's
yeah.
not easy finding a boulder holder for these
Yeah.
boulders.
I was wearing I have a bra that I bought from Victoria's Secret like 4 years ago. I still wear it, but one night I was wearing it and this boob was like legit like this big, and this one was out to here, and I was like, babe, look at this.
Can I just find
It was
something that makes
because-
me look proportionate?
Yeah, you can. I don't know. Just put like a little sock in one side and the other.
Like we talked about New Year's resolutions a few weeks ago, and I've always been very petite, and I want to like destigmatize this, right? Because like we with heavier set women, when they hear other women complain about their weight or their weight gain, they're like, "Oh, you're still so tiny," right? Because even though we're trying not to, it's always some stupid competition, subliminal competition.
Yeah, no matter
right?
like how, like you could be like the most confident person in the world and you'd still have body issues.
Right. And so I, with all the health issues I've had in this last year, have gained 30 pounds.
Wow.
And I tell people that, and I've mentioned it on the show in a couple past previous months, but no, like I've seriously like gotten to a point where like nothing fits anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to buy a new wardrobe. So
I've just been wearing literally leggings every day.
I've had to have that hard conversation in the mirror with myself and be like, what are we gonna do about this?
Like, we're getting fat.
Well, and it's just like I don't want to be so harsh on myself because I feel like we always put ourselves up against these
You're
ridiculous
not
standards.
fat, you're just going past the healthy weight of your stature
Right.
that you should be
But
at.
I want to talk about like petite women really quick because when it's given me this entirely new insecurity when I talk about my weight gain to other people, and they all downplay it or minimize it, and they're like, "Oh, you're still so skinny." I'm like, "Well, that's because I was 100 sickly pounds when you met me,
like 90 pounds.
I really was. Well, and beyond that, like, I've had my struggles with a lot of things in the past decade, and like even when I met my partner, like I was 102 pounds. And that was 2 years ago.
And I remember that, like, after what happened, like, in your marriage, like, you were tiny.
Yeah, no, that was totally unhealthy.
I feel like everybody kind of goes through that. Like, when something, like, traumatic like that happens, like, you just kind of, like,
I physically
lose yourself
couldn't
in a way.
eat. Yeah. Like, my mom, I lived with her for a brief period of time, and she wouldn't let me leave the dinner table if I hadn't ate at least what was half on my plate. And it wasn't out of wanting to be skinny. It was because I had no drive or motivation to survive.
You were mentally exhausted. Yeah. Like, it was like, it's hard. Like, you become like my cousin. I remember when her husband died, she's always been super tiny though, but she got like extra
like
tiny,
scary, sickly,
tiny. But like, it was traumatic for her. So I'm like, I told, because like before, like they would go to the gym all the time, but she was like lean and like fit. But this time it was like, eat a cheeseburger, sis.
Well, and
like at the same time, like you gotta understand, like it's a traumatic thing they're going through. Like, of course they're not gonna want to eat. Like that's like the furthest thing from their mind at the moment.
Well, and that like depression plays out in different ways because we're all different. And so, like, some people eat when they're sad, and I just
depressed,
couldn't. Like, it's like if you've ever done MDMA or like Molly, ecstasy, and you try to eat something, it's like chomping down on the Sahara fucking desert, right? And it's like something that you chew forever, and you're like, how?
It's like a piece of gum that's not gum.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, that happened on Friday night. Like, I chewed a piece of gum so hard, like it liquidated in my mouth. Like, it was like all over my tongue. Like, I had to swish my mouth with water and spit it out outside.
You're okay, like, I'm done.
So kind of like that, right? But I'm getting off track. Like, when I've voiced, hey, like, I'd like to lose weight, other people are like, oh my God, you haven't gained 30 pounds. I'm like, no, this is still valid. But trust me.
Where did you gain it though? Like, you got boobs, you got butt. Like, okay. Come on.
So
I get thighs when I gain weight, and I get belly.
I like thighs. And I don't think people talk about that enough.
I hate my thighs. Chase always like
long, thick legs.
He pats them when I.
Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah, and they jiggle, and he's like, I'm like, get out of here.
Well,
get off me.
Without meaning to,
But he loves it. He's like, babe, my mouth waters. And I'm like, look at
the
jiggle.
These tight, because I'm most comfortable in like high waist jeans that come above my belly button.
Ultra high waist jeans.
I like them above my belly button because it encapsulates all the rolls and the jelly. Because yes, I've gained weight in my ass and my tits, which is great, but it's also like mama got a belly.
That's fine.
And the back rolls under the bra are like beginning. Yes. And so anyways, like,
story of my life.
Without meaning to, like, I got my high waist jeans on, and he's like, damn, your ass is nice. It's so thick and juicy. And he's like smacking it.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, yeah, it's because I'm getting fat, because I do that to myself.
Yeah.
And that's something I've been trying to stop. I'm like, oh, it's all my fat ass is only round because I like popcorn at night and cheeseburgers and French
popcorn
fries.
Is not bad. I love popcorn. I stopped eating it.
If we could eat it without the butter though, because I'm like, where's the salt?
I'm like, extra butter, man. Yeah. But like, I used to eat it a lot, but then Caroline started eating food, and I stopped because she can't eat popcorn.
Well, my issue is I'm a late time snacker, and then
but try like a healthy snack, like.
It's not worth it.
But like, you can get like healthy popcorn.
I know, it's not the same. It doesn't taste the same.
No, there's popcorn I'll get you from St. George if we ever go down. It's like in a big ass red bag, and it's like bare. Or it's like, I like barely.
How she says if we ever go down, and she goes down often.
I know. We have, my brother keeps asking us when we're gonna go down, but we're gonna go down. But I'll get a big bag for you, and it's really good popcorn. But it's actually pretty. I don't know if it's as bad as like the popcorn, but it's
Right.
pretty good. I'll have to get it for you.
Right. If I could keep everything else like and just like do sit-ups every day, which
But
I'm
get
trying to
squats. Keep your butt.
myself to do.
Keep the butt fat. Just like lift it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it sounds weird, but how beautiful would it be for women, and I mean all people, to get to a harmonious place where we aren't invalidating each other's feelings or a very specific situation. You know, as someone who's always been smaller, you know, it's been an eye-opening thing to gain this weight, and it's honestly made me love my body more and appreciate how it's handled my mistreatment of it over the years. But in situations where you're just chatting with your girlfriends and you need to validate this new place in your life, whether that be anything, just weight gain specifically for me in this moment, you know, I don't think it's fair for us to accidentally devalidate each other because all of our experiences are different. I have many friends who have struggled with their weight throughout their entire lives, and they're on this new journey where they've lost, you know, double digits, 3-digit number pounds, and it's incredible, and it's been inspiring to watch them get healthier and find that newfound confidence to love themselves even harder, because they deserve that and so much more. But I mean, just like speaking out loud for myself, it's also deflating when someone is just kind of like, oh no, and kind of brushes what you were trying to speak out on under the rug. So I don't know. That's just something I've been thinking about lately. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm rocking this new body, but it's something that many of us don't discuss. How often do you go to your boyfriend or your even your best friend and just like drop a load on them, and not in that way, but just be like, hey man, like I am really fucking low. I'm really fucking low. I am not doing well. And I just need to voice this to something or someone. I don't need advice. I just need it to be heard and vindicated. You know, if we all did that, I think like we could get to a better place of understanding, where it's like when these new things come up with age or our life or lifestyle, you know, we can better be there for one another. 27 was the year that my tits officially reached my armpits when I would lay down.
Mine haven't yet because they're full of milk.
They're full of milk.
So they kind of like hold themselves up. But I did have a gynecologist tell me, or my midwife tell me before I had Caroline, that my breast tissue, I will never have saggy boobs.
Well, God bless you. You don't really have stretch marks either.
No, I do.
Some of it's just
like baby
walking
ones
the light.
Just well, baby ones. I put like vitamin E oil on my stomach.
Bro, look at that one alone.
I mean, I get them right here on my
looks
thigh.
like it belongs on an ass cheek or something. Like
no,
that
I feel like stretch marks are just like your tiger stripes.
Or if you were too tiny and you gained 60 pounds.
I mean, like, let's be honest. You were 90 pounds when you had your kid. And you blew up like a balloon.
So I was also looking at, like, you know how if you have an iPhone, it will make those videos for you. Alicia's here in replay, or so-and-so
like, look at this
Alicia. Trip. Yeah. Or you were in this area on this day.
Yeah.
And I look back and I see some pictures. I'm like, damn, I look good. And it's kind of interesting because, like, that's all I can base it off of, because I was so young when I got pregnant at 17 that I never appreciated my
16-year-old body.
Exactly. Like, why are we comparing ourselves to these like perfect imaginary women, especially when we know now that Victoria's Secret, for example, is made from a bald man in Ohio. Like, okay. So I don't know. This is a spiel about my own personal whatever, but I think it can ring a lot of truth for a lot of people. who have felt like they were, let me rephrase. They were made to feel small about something, right? They have all these big feelings and all these big emotions. And then as soon as they finally confide in someone about it and they're just like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or, oh, it's all in your head, or, oh, just even to the opposite, when you are too skinny and someone's like, eat a cheeseburger, it's just like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be I don't know. I just think it's a reminder that we are all on the same side. You know what I mean? I think it's just so unfair to ourselves to compare even when we don't realize we're doing it. And so the next time one of your friends comes to you and is like, oh my gosh, and it doesn't even have to be like this high stakes conversation, but it's just like, oh my gosh, like I've gained so much weight, or I feel some type of way about this. Don't like steal that thunder from them, because for one, they had the courage to come up and talk to you about it anyway, even though they didn't know how it would land. And maybe just find a better way to respond. It's so unfair of us to put each other in these boxes. We're constantly projecting our own personal experiences and what we know, while the person who's coming to us knows something completely different. It's not fair for us to infer our experience onto whatever they're going through. So I don't know. Like, I'm team like pro body, just as long as you love yourself. And I don't know, it's just been on my mind a lot lately, and I've never really discussed something like this. And if you guys can relate or whatever, email us at hardtalks@gmail.com. Let's start a fucking forum. Let's talk about it. Let's be each other's biggest fucking cheerleaders, right? Because there's so much goddamn hate in this world as is. There's no reason for us to compare or tear each other down or invalidate each other in any way. We need to open our eyes and listen and learn every day through more experiences how to be better, how to be more empathetic, more compassionate, more supportive to the ones that you love and those that are around you. And I know this started off with a conversation about weight gain, but I just want to drive it home. I don't think there's anything. I think body image is so warped that we should just like wipe the slate clean and say fuck you and start over. That's my rant of the day.